Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Keep Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Lu Nieves Jr. This is episode 24. The whole team is here. Shout out to Pawful. What's going on, Pawful?
Hello. Say that when I'm trying to take a sip. Good job.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that
perfect
until I
timing,
saw
baby.
it.
Let's get it.
And we got Mayamo CG. He's now a pilot in the house. What's going on?
You feel me? Captain Fiji in the building.
And Booty Airlines, right?
Booty Airlines, baby.
There's free tickets. You can fly anywhere, bro.
Free tickets. They're 50
But no
bucks.
nuts.
No nuts.
right.
Don't
No
expect
nuts.
any nuts.
No nuts.
No nuts.
No
You
nuts.
get muffins. You get muffins though.
You get muffins,
You get
though.
muffs only. Muffs only.
And last but not least, we got Mr. Johnny BoomBotz. What's going on, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on? How's everybody doing today?
We are
I'm glad
good,
to be
man.
here.
This is the first time the podcast is hosting everyone part of the team here, and I couldn't be more happier. We're gonna be talking about the PlayStation Showcase, the wins, the losses, our favorites, our ones that we hated the most, and then we're gonna go into the post show. So stick around. We're gonna go into the post show. We're gonna be talking about the MCU. We're gonna be ranking our favorite films from worst to the best. It's gonna be Johnny, Chris, and I. Pawful is gonna be here, but she's not gonna be doing the ranking. She hasn't watched all of them yet. So
She's slacking, chat.
I
Look-
watched zero.
if you guys want to
You
stick
haven't
around for the
watched
post
one of
show,
them yet? Bro, I'm not even playing your fucking Wario demo until you watch one of them. Fuck out of here. I'm
wait,
done.
you
I
haven't
know,
watched
I know.
any of them? Is
I'm
that
done.
No, I
true?
Seriously,
watched
over.
Into the Spider-Verse, if that counts.
Into the Spider-Verse is not count. Oh my god, I'm not even. You haven't even watched the first Iron Man yet. Bro, I'm not playing you. I'm deleting that Wario game demo just so you know until you fucking watch that Iron Man. Then I'll watch it. I'm done already. That's it.
I'm hurt.
I just lost my mind. Like pieces
I
that
think
were
we allow her
left
in the
is
team.
gone.
No, I'm just not.
Wait, how did? Wait,
No,
how
I've
did you
seen
get
the
into
first Iron Man. I'm just fucking with you.
This is no. That's it. Now when Pawful's on, it's Keep Gaming. It's Keep Gaming exclusives. Like Keep Gaming on the side. It's the annex.
Listen,
You did watch the first Iron Man though. You
I
saw.
did see the first Iron Man.
Is that the only one you saw? That's even worse.
Wow.
That's the only thing she saw. I'm done.
Oh god.
I
Do you even know who
love
Peter
it.
Parker is?
Oh my god.
Yes, I fucking do know who Peter Parker is. I watched the best Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire in them.
No!
Okay?
Get
Into the Spider-Verse. You said you watched Into the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse. What the fuck? Oh god, I'm done. I'm already done.
I love it. Yes, Pawful. Yes. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we got a long show ahead of us. Let's just jump into it. This Thursday, Sony dropped their show. Sony dropped their PlayStation Showcase.
No, he did start watching anime. He said Shonen.
Shonen Jump.
Let me redo that. This Thursday, Sony PlayStation dropped their showcase. I can't even talk. Their
You can do it. You can do it, Lou. You can do
Because
it.
you guys-
Sound it out.
flabbergasted.
Sound it out and do it slowly.
Take 3. All right. This Thursday, we had a PlayStation Showcase, and it showed some great games and some bad games. We're going to dive into it. Let's start off with Johnny. What were your thoughts overall of the show? And give us what you didn't like.
What the fuck? I was not waiting to be the first one out.
You're
You
the first
crazy.
one. Now
Caught me
go.
off guard.
Get your freaking.
Oh my god.
What were your
was the
thoughts on the
question
show
again?
overall?
The show
So
overall.
The show overall, it was a letdown, because of the fact that it was a No,
Letdown?
okay, listen. No, it was a letdown because it wasn't as good as what I was expecting it to be. Like, I know, like, some showcases, like, it's been a while since we had a decent showcase. I was expecting nothing but, like, hit banger after banger after banger, which PlayStation has done in the past, where their showcases have been, like, start to finish, just fucking, what? Like, oh, crazy ride.
Okay.
This wasn't that. This started off,
I
like,
agree.
a low...
A slow start.
I feel like I was like a
Very
slow start going up the roller coaster, and then I hit that first incline, and I'm like, oh, that's the end of the ride. They did hit me with the drop at the end, which was amazing,
Uh-huh.
but the whole intro to it and everything else too, like they didn't start off strong, and I feel like they should have at least teased some of the bigger bangers in the beginning to make you want to stay around for the end, because I feel like they might have lost a lot of viewers before the end of it because they were going so slow with them. So yeah.
Now, what will be the biggest L from the showcase?
Oh, the biggest L from the showcase for me?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's actually a really like, because we were talking about it beforehand too, and I don't want to use the same one that you had used.
No,
So I'm
whatever.
down.
I have a
Yeah,
couple.
no, Gran Turismo I'm not a huge fan of, but in
Okay.
reality though, my Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy is still
The big
my
L
number
for you.
one. That I'm like my biggest L overall, because I just feel like the game itself is not. It's nothing that I can't even look forward to even wanting to play it and like
Okay.
try it out, because it just does not look like I'm ready for any of this shit. So
All right. Pawful, what were your thoughts on the showcase, and what was your biggest L? Why are you laughing?
No, Joey's like, how do I get on Twitch? I'm like, you motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Sorry. He's like, what's the Twitch page? I'm like, bro, I can't do this while we're streaming. I can't do this right now.
It's twitch.tv, Keep Gaming Podcast.
There you go. You could just it's fine. He'll figure it out. He'll got this. Overall, I thought it was decent. It wasn't the worst thing ever. Like, I feel like we did get a lot of good games. Like Johnny said, though, there are a lot of games that we already seen trailers for. We've already got updates, and they just, I feel like, just squeeze stuff in just to make it go longer. I feel like between Guardians and then Gran Turismo, those are like the two games that I'm like, I played Gran Turismo, the PS1, and then that was it. Like, it's a racing game.
It's the same shit. You're going in circles, and it's the same thing. Yeah.
Broom, broom, done. Yeah. I drive in real life. Like, I don't need to play. I drive with shit traffic. Like, I don't need that in real life, like in my game. So that's like, those are the L's for me. So.
All right, Chris, what was your take on the whole show and your biggest L? This is suck a butt talk. Suck a butt moment.
Keep it a buck with y'all. They wasted 30 minutes of our time. This whole thing could have been 10 minutes long, and everybody would have been satisfied.
Yeah.
Because it was a 45-minute whatever presentation, and it was not worth waiting that long to get to the end. Like, even I was watching it with Lu live. Okay. Yeah. And Lu was falling asleep, literally. That's how bad the showcase was. The showcase before that the last like 5 things that they showed, complete ass. So yeah, they redeemed themselves clearly with those big announcements, which we're going to talk about. But the biggest L to me was part of that last piece was their Deathloop. Deathloop was terrible.
Yeah,
it looked interesting beforehand.
Yeah,
right. It looked interesting beforehand, and then they played this 3-minute trailer, and I just at the end of the trailer, I was like, I wouldn't even want to touch this game anymore. It looks horrible. It does not look like it's gonna be fun. It looks real basic. There's nothing groundbreaking about it. Terrible. Get it out of my face. All right. Overall, the showcase was maybe like a 5 out of 10. Keep it a buck.
Okay, so you want to do grading? So we'll go back to John. John, if you had to grade this, Chris gives it a 5 out of 10. What would you give it?
I'll give it a 4 to 5 out of 10.
Oh my god!
I was about to say 6 out of 10. I forgot about Deathloop, and I was like, oh, 7. I'm like, oh wait, no, Deathloop, nah, 6. It's got to go down.
No, you're absolutely right.
If it would have been cut in half and cut shorter, I would have got a 6 to 7 out of 10.
It could have, right? It could have been like a 15-minute showcase. Show the games that people want to see.
Yep.
They gave us stuff that we already saw. They gave us the remaster stuff. Cool. Yeah. The Alan Wake thing was unnecessary. Just that could have been something completely different. That game's been out for God knows how long, but PlayStation's finally getting it. Cool.
I also
nobody
feel
really
that,
cared about that.
Yeah.
I also feel that at the showcase they definitely should have talked about things they have coming. Like they did 1 or 2 games. Like they did one game, which was mainly the Tokyo Ghostwire Tokyo, that is like no release date. But you teased it. So if you're doing that already too, I know you have to have more games that are available to be teased. Like, I mean, there are numerous things. Like I know, like you guys know already too. I was waiting to hear any kind of information about Final Fantasy 16, and they didn't even like fucking hint at it. Yeah. Which I know Square Enix will probably be doing their own thing for it because Final Fantasy is its own.
Makes sense.
But it's still. So.
Yeah. So for me, the show. Yeah, I did stream it live. Chris was there. And yeah, there was a lot of moments where it's like, okay, even the intro to the showcase is like, why are we watching this? I don't give 2 shits about chess. Why are you showing me these visuals? I don't care. And then they just continuously give me bad games. Yes, I had no interest in a lot of the games. Project Eve was one of them. I was like, yeah, the game looks beautiful, but I have no interest in the shit. But for me, I was going to say Gran Turismo was probably the biggest L for me because I don't play racing games, but there is a game for everyone out there. So it's not like, oh, it's probably a bad game. It's just not a game for me. I know another game besides Guardians of the Galaxy, which we knew about already. Even Deathloop is coming out next month. It's like, why are you showing us these games that are already almost here? Show us something that we don't even know about. Surprise us. And they didn't really give us surprises until the end, like you all said. I think for me, now that I think about it, it has to be Ghostwire Tokyo or just new Ghostwire. I really had no interest in this. It came out of nowhere. And to me, that was the biggest L. It was a lot of Doctor Strange moving hands and, doing gang signs and all this shit. And I was like, this is whack, bro. Why am I seeing this game? It didn't even look like next gen. That's how I felt. And I said to myself, this could have been shorter. Really, it should have just been the PlayStation exclusives. It was a lot of fillers.
And let's not even talk about Grand Theft Auto 5, another trailer for that.
Yeah,
All they did was announce that as being delayed until March. Whoop-de-doo. The game's been out for fucking 10 years. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
But what's interesting, too, is that the fact that we already know we had that announcement from PlayStation 2 about the idea of PS4 to PS5 upgrades, that what they're doing the God of War will get a free upgrade, but everybody else, though, you got to pay the $10 if you get it on PS4 to get the upgrade for any game going forward. And what's interesting is that Gran Turismo is on that list, and that's being released in March.
Okay.
So it's like Gran Turismo, though, again, if you have to get it and you really are a Gran Turismo fan, 9 out of 10 chance you can't get your hands on a PS5. So you're probably got to buy it on a PS4 and then still have to pay to upgrade it, too. Meanwhile, it's still not, any of these games, actually. But I don't know, Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy should just get a PS3 fucking release and just pull it a day.
Well, if I had to rate, I'll probably give it like a 7.5 because the end of that showcase made up for all the bad that we saw, bro. We're going to get into it, but wow, I was blown away, bro. Like, I was speechless, blown away. I lost brain cells. I lost my voice. My stream went to kaputs. It blew me away, bro. The ending, I was fucking shocked because none of us expected that, bro. And if you did, you're a fucking liar. So to me, that to me was the L and the overall show. But we're going to get into the W's now, and we're going to start again with John. John, what was your biggest win from this showcase?
Honestly, my biggest win was Spider-Man. And Spider-Man was my biggest win because of the fact that I'm amped about it and excited about it. I was having a conversation with another streamer last night about it, though, that Spider-Man, though, is one of those things that some people are going to be amped about it, only if you're a Spider-Man fan kind of thing. But if you're not really that Spider-Man fan looking for the gameplay and all,
Absolutely.
It's kind of like we just got Miles Morales. It was just released. Now you're just putting the two of them together. And, a lot of us, though, that have been fans of Spider-Man, though, since the very first one, have been waiting for a huge release of a new game. The fact that Spider-Man Miles Morales felt more like DLC, and I'm playing it right now, and it does feel like a DLC more than it does a actual...
I would argue, though, that game, I feel, is so much better than the 2018 Spider-Man, though.
Really?
Yeah. The mechanics, the graphics, the gameplay, the speed.
Did you play... Now, let me ask you, did you play the PS5 remastered version of the
No,
Spider-Man game?
I didn't, because I didn't buy the remastered one that came with it.
The deluxe one? Okay, yeah. So I'll let you know, though, because I did play and beat the original one, and I'm going to be playing, because I didn't even know it came with, when I got Miles Morales, it came with the other one.
Dope.
So I'm going to play the other one, too, so I would definitely let you know if it's the same shit, but... Yeah, no, I would say that was probably one of my wins. Oh my God, how the fuck did I forget, by the way?
What?
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic would probably be one of my biggest L's, actually.
I
didn't even think about that.
I forgot. I was just looking at the list and I was like, oh yeah.
I would change my L.
That's an
L? Because of the remake. It's an announcement, and they should have definitely made a new one instead of just remastering it. That's my L for that one. That's my problem with that.
Can we
and
just
the fact that it was an Xbox exclusive, not PlayStation. So, Xbox got the L on that, too.
Yeah. It's a double whammy for both of them.
That makes sense, Sean.
I don't know why I was looking over the list and I'm like, shit, I don't know how the fuck I skipped that.
The thing is, a lot of people, they wanted this, so I think this is a W for PlayStation users because they wanted this game, and then being remastered for PS5, and some of the voice actors are actually coming back. So some people are looking at this like this is a W.
So wait, Lou, are you saying that it's okay for you to get games on more than one exclusive console? So like exclusivity, it shouldn't be a thing. Like the fact that now
don't
PS5
try and twist my
winning?
words. No, don't try and twist my words. And we're not going to get into an argument here because then we'll never finish this damn podcast. So we're going to go on to Pawful here. What was your biggest W from the showcase?
Ooh, it's kind of a tie because Forspoken looked amazing.
It did.
Just the
Beautiful.
gameplay, the mechanics, like I'm hyped for it.
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like a 3-way tie. And then Project Eve, I'm pretty excited about. It's not like the most hyped game. Like obviously the first two are what I'm more hyped about, but Project Eve looks like Nier meets Resident Evil Silent Hill, which meets Bayonetta, and it's a hack and slash, and it's like it looks like it's like in space kind of, and it looks like this great combination of a lot of games that I already love. So I feel like it's going to be a perfect match. How it's going to get executed, that's kind of where I'm like a little iffy on.
It looks gorgeous though. The game looks
it looks really pretty.
Yeah.
I hope
It's about Forspoken, right?
Project Eve.
Oh, Project Eve. Okay,
It looks
yeah.
really beautiful. Yeah.
Forspoken looks great as well.
Yeah,
Sorry,
really
Forspoken reminds me of like a Borderlands meets World of Warcraft.
That's why I was kind of hyped, because I was like, I also like those two games, and I was like, ooh, I like the mixing of the games that I like, but like with Project Eve, it's like so much from like a little bit from all of these games that I play, from a little bit of different genres, that I'm hyped, but I'm a bit nervous about it because of how they're going to execute it. Whereas Forspoken, I'm like, this game's going to be a banger. It's going to be great. I'm going to buy it and I'm going to enjoy it. Like Project Eve's the only one that I watched. I was like, it's either I hated it or I liked it. Project Eve was like right in the middle.
Makes sense.
Chris, what was your biggest W?
Guardians of the Galaxy. No, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
I do want to share my sleeper picks first.
Okay.
Right? So
I dig it.
one that I think I personally would enjoy was Tachia.
I forgot.
The little
I forgot
guitar.
about that.
The little guitar, the ukulele.
Yeah, from fucking Last of Us 2. They just copy and paste.
Listen,
I don't think the dog
that's
liked
one
my
of my
answer.
sleeper picks because it looks
The dog didn't like your answer.
it looks like a game that I would love. It's very peaceful. You get to turn into animals and stuff. I thought that was awesome. I'm with that, right? Forspoken is another one which we all spoke about. It looks just visually pleasing.
Yeah.
As well
I
as
agree.
Project Eve, because that's a waifu looking type of thing. And I love that shit. You feel me? So I'm with it. That's my 3 sleepers. Now, the biggest winner to me is Sony signing Insomniac, because we're not only getting Spider-Man 2, we're also getting a Wolverine game,
Yo, they came out
which is
punching.
wild.
They came out
because
punching, bro.
I knew as soon as I saw the people beat up in a bar and then I saw the bloody fist, I'm like, yo, it's Wolverine. There's nobody else that looks like that.
Yeah,
he got the
you're right.
hat on. He got the flannel. He got the bloody knuckles.
You're right.
It's Wolverine.
Yeah.
So the fact that Insomniac is making a Wolverine game is great, because that shows that they're not only just focusing, even though the Spider-Man games are great, that means they got other characters that they can work with. I would love to see them branch out, maybe even like start a MVGU, a Marvel video game universe.
That's a long acronym there.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be awesome because like there's plenty of stories where Spider-Man and Wolverine team up.
Yes.
Get like a Daredevil game or something. Like the possibilities are great.
Deadpool.
You know what I'm saying? The possibilities are great, and they can work on some stuff. And then God of War, obviously, just the voice of Thor finally showing up. They also showed some actual gameplay from the game.
Yeah.
It looked beautiful.
Gorgeous. Woo!
Yeah, it's so pretty.
The gameplay looks smooth as hell still.
Yeah.
Like it's God of War, and if you like that stuff, you're gonna. I mean, I can't see you not liking this game and the direction they're going with the Norse mythology now instead of the Greek mythology, which is I love it. I'm a huge fan of it.
Yo, yeah. So I was gonna say I'm a big Spider-Man fan, but bro, God of War took that shit, because then not only did they give you cinematics, they gave you gameplay. Remember, the last time we heard anything, all we got was a fucking like title. We didn't see shit.
Yeah.
They came out with more than just a trailer, which I thought it was just gonna be a trailer. I was not anticipating a gameplay. Oh my god, you couldn't even tell the difference. That's how good it looked. I was blown away. Fucking Santa Monica, they're just unbelievable. The games that they created for God of War series, I still feel, to me, the 2018 is probably the best game I've ever played in my life. But this, it looks so good, bro. It looks really good, and I'm just blown away. So that to me was the biggest W. Obviously, Insomniac, they came swinging, bro. It's crazy how in a matter of like 5 years, right? Let's just put it like that, because Spider-Man's not gonna come out to 2023. November last year, we got Miles Morales for the PlayStation 5 when it got dropped. Then we got Ratchet and Clank that looked amazing that came out this year, I believe March. And now they announced Wolverine and Spider-Man. Like, what? I was just, I was blown away. So those are the W's. And then Forspoken to me was the game that I heard nothing about, but I was really intrigued. And I said, wow, this looks good. Another one I'm kind of iffy about was Rainbow Six Extraction. I'm like, this game looks fun to play. I think it's gonna be more fun to play than Back for Blood, in my opinion. But it was just another game. I'm like, maybe this may work. But God of War, oh my God, bro, I was just blown away, bro.
Can we just mute Lou now after that comment? Just mute his mic and camera. Like,
what?
How
do you figure Rainbow Six is going to be better than Back for Blood?
Because I played Back for Blood and I didn't like it.
Oh, you know what though?
That's because
you know
Chris
what?
kept beating you up.
No, Chris kept killing the hordes or getting the hordes, and we kept dying.
It was
I didn't
for
even
the
think about it,
content,
Lou.
bro.
It's the fact of also you got to realize too. I didn't even think about it. Like the kind of games that Lou likes compared to the types of games that like the rest of us like are totally different.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like I'll faster enjoy Back for Blood than Tom Clancy.
Yep.
What?
I feel that.
Lou, you can't even say
He's on
what.
his own island.
No. You know, the thing is, and say what you said yesterday, too, about God of War. You're like, oh, it's okay. I was...
No, because God of
What?
War to me, God of War, beautiful. Like it looks like, oh my God, like I was blown away by the cinematics, everything to it. But I've just never been a God of War fan. Like my wife is a God of War fan.
Yeah.
I've never been a God of War fan like that though. Like that's why my choice was Spider-Man over that, because I'm just not a God of War fan. So for me, it doesn't make sense to me.
I guess.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's,
Said,
that's how
I
feel.
guess.
I mean, it's your opinion, whatever.
Like I'll choose Fortnite over Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like, I mean,
You know you trolling, bro. Stop the cap. My man said Fortnite
Keep
over
doing
Call
it.
of Duty. Stop.
I love it.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah, John, just stay in that corner. Be quiet.
somebody put the baby in the corner.
Nobody.
But overall, I think this showcase could have been better, though. I think, like we stated earlier, there was a lot of filler, and Sony, I think, came out swinging towards the end. This is what I want to get to next, what we thought we were going to get, but we didn't. And that to me, and I was really had high hopes, was for Metal Gear Solid, a remake. You know, they're talking about, you know, the Uncharted series and Lost Legacy and the Old Republic, but we didn't get like something that I think a lot of us been wanting is a Metal Gear Solid remake. Why didn't you mention that?
Have they ever talked about it though before or no?
No, it's just me, you know, in
Just
my feelings.
Lou's hopes and dreams.
Yeah, my hopes and dreams, bro. Because you're telling me that game's not a classic, though? Like, Metal Gear Solid 1, it changed everything in gaming in that time, bro. Do you remember getting the disc? It was like a fucking booklet. You like,
And
five
you-
discs.
and-
2 disc.
Yeah.
And one of the radio frequency was the fucking barcode on the back. Like you had to like look at the
Oh
back of the
my
game disc
God.
collection to get the.
Come on, it
Yo,
was
if you
so
didn't-
good.
That was the time when if you didn't have friends that played these games, you were fucking lost in the sauce because you were just sitting there on that one level.
No
And you
idea.
couldn't
When
look it
your
up on the
controller-
internet.
Yep.
When your
yep.
controller stopped working and you're just like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I break my fucking PlayStation? Some shit you had to switch ports. You didn't know it unless somebody else did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like 100%, yeah. But
This
no,
is
still,
when
I mean,
video game guides were amazing. You bought the book
Yes.
with the game.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh my God, I remember having to buy the books. Jesus.
Big ass
I
books.
still have
whatever
some
that.
of mine.
Yo,
Was
it
there
was like a
anything that you-
full blown magazine for
Yeah,
a game.
yeah.
Yup.
Is there anything in this showcase that you guys wanted but didn't get?
Final Fantasy 16.
I
I'll
was
get that.
about to say like Final Fantasy 16 for me too because I just want more info about it and
Yeah.
honestly just more games that are going to be like released later on like we've mentioned before. It's like all of these games are either coming out pretty
Yeah.
soon
Mhm.
or we've already got these updates.
Yes.
Right.
we
It just
knew.
feels this was like just a really stale thing. Like we could have just done it in 10 minutes and then spent
I
the rest
said-
of the time hyping up like
Yeah.
I had
release.
said it last week. I said, give me games. That's all I want.
Yep.
Give me
Absolutely.
games that I can talk about, that I can get excited about. Granted, they gave us they gave us 3, really, that like
Yeah.
got us all mad horny.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that was it. That was it. The
Yeah,
other
that
ones
was
were like, I mean, Forspoken was like, the games look cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded those being in there. Like the 3 sleepers that I picked, I don't mind
Yeah.
those being in there as well because
Yeah.
those are interesting. But then you got the 3 big ones, and of course, I know a lot of people like the Gran Turismo stuff, whatever. But that was it.
Yeah.
I was
I-
like, yo,
I
this
feel-
is, what's going on?
I do feel though, and I think Chris more than Lou will agree with me on this. Pawful might, I don't know, but I feel that it was a letdown as far as the fact that it's sad when I get more excited watching an indie showcase for the indie games than I do for a main big company like Sony. And they're can you not? Can you
Just
not?
disagreeing.
Yeah, I don't think
So,
she likes what you
You say you capping right now.
said.
Yeah, exactly, for real. Like, but But for the idea, like if I watch an indie showcase, like I actually get more. I got more amped in some indie showcases and more like even on Kickstarter, games on Kickstarter, like some of the shit that Chris has shared. And I got more amped about that than I have about some of the games that Sony's been releasing and like coming out with, because now it's just trying to get like stale, rinse and repeat kind of shit to some extent. And the games that you're looking for are the games they're not making.
Yep.
And that's where the downside comes to, in my opinion, at least. I don't know about how y'all guys feel about it.
No, I agree, because like lately, like indie devs are killing it right now. Like we've been getting so many good games, and like I've been excited. Like when I see Indie World going up, like I watch those
Right.
directs. I tune in because they're more exciting. Like a lot of the games we mentioned, a few of them are indie developed in the showcase too. So it's like, what are the big name? Like what's going on with the like AAA games? Like,
And that's why so
what
far
are these companies doing?
I said it in Lou's stream. I said Microsoft had the best showcase out of the big three because they were just hitting us with bangers back to back. It was all stuff we never saw before.
And it was
But
long,
Sony-
too.
They hit
so
us with
much
like
stuff.
30 games
But
back
you
to
got,
back.
you gotta
with,
admit,
But you
too,
have the
they
PlayStation
own a
fanboy.
lot of fucking developers too. They bought so many
I
developers.
know. I
They
know.
Well,
That's
Microsoft
a
owns a lot of
studios.
indie companies.
Right,
Microsoft
that's
is
what I'm
big on
saying.
the like.
Yeah.
Microsoft gives the indie companies the chance to shine. Nintendo and
Right.
Microsoft give the indie chance. PlayStation is like, oh, you're not Insomniac? I don't want your shit. Have a good day.
That's not
Like,
true.
Pretty much.
But you know, it's big on that though too.
They
And I'm
like
not gonna lie,
Naughty
though,
Dog
too.
2 and Santa Monica. Those
But
guys.
Right.
like,
Insomniac's nice
Again,
though.
and,
I know
yo,
Insomniac is without a doubt, 100%.
Y'all on a roll.
Oh
Now-
yeah, it's so nice.
But you see the Sony fanboys though crying about that shit. They were like, "Yo, I seen it all over Twitter." It's like, "Oh,
Crying about
guys,
what?
like." They were like, "Oh yeah, you know, Sony thinks that the hot shit or that the Xbox had to release 30 bangers to just try to equal out to our 4 bangers." I'm like, bro, the fact that they released 30 bangers and you only released 4, that's the issue. Not the fact that we had to release 30 to get to your 4.
Right.
The fact that
And
we
the
had 30 and you only had 4 is the issue.
Yep. I
The
agree with
issue,
that.
the issue is this too. All the bangers that they have are story mode games. What do people do with story mode games? They beat them, and then what?
That's it.
That's it. You're done. That's over and done with.
So it's like I'd rather have 30 story mode games where I can keep playing one after the other than 4, beat them in a couple days, and then that's it. It's over.
And
I'm
it
not
costs
gonna
less
do that.
money too.
I'm not
I'm
touching
not-
it again. And Lou's rolling his eyes like he's not the same type of person where he'll play the game on easy mode and never play it again.
And sell
You
it
know what I'm
right
saying?
after you
So,
finish
like,
it.
stop
And
it.
sell
Stop.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. There were people on the TikToks and social media who own Xbox. I saw them throwing their Xbox in the garbage after they saw the showcase.
That's a joke. Obviously,
No,
they didn't
that-
really throw out their Xbox.
That means that they want a PlayStation. That's what that means.
Oh, I'm not saying I want a PlayStation 2.
That's right.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it'll be nice to have the PlayStation for those games. But then after those games, I'm not going to touch it.
Listen,
So how am I gonna
the
play
one
my-
thing
my-
I just
you know,
remember this
PlayStation
now,
for?
and I was expecting it, but I forgot that I was expecting it. Was an introduction to possibly combining PS Now with PlayStation Plus to compete with
Oh,
Xbox
yeah.
Game Pass.
Oh my gosh.
I was
yes,
hoping
please.
that would have came about because it would have been more intriguing for the people, the consumer who are trying to get a PS5 or own a PlayStation 4 to want to play more games. I feel Game Pass is the best thing in gaming, and there's nothing touching it. You know, PlayStation's all about
I agree.
competition, and they're trying to, beat their competitors. That's what businesses are about. And they didn't do anything. Are we gonna get an announcement? Are we gonna hear anything? I know Fresco was watching my stream when I was watching the showcase on Thursday, and he was saying, "Are we gonna get a PS5 Pro?" I don't even think that's needed at this point. I just think that make it more available to the consumers and give us the PS5, the PlayStation Now, PlayStation Collection, and the PlayStation Plus all together in one. You got to give us more games. Giving us 3 shitty games every month is not cutting it, bro. That's just me.
Nah,
I agree.
feel that. I feel that on a whole level. And Kuma was saying like because Sony is in Japan and so is Nintendo, they're probably going to take forever to like catch up to Microsoft in that Game Pass idea. And that's very true because
Let's go. No, I'm just-
like TikTok, come on, motherfuckers. But like, no, I feel like that's exactly what's gonna happen because like now is a great idea and they're just failing on the execution. Like you gotta compete more with Game Pass. Like I fucking have Game Pass on my PC. Like it's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I
great.
had no idea that it was for both, and I'm like, low-key, I'm not
It's
gonna-
amazing. I love it. I love it.
It's so good. Like everybody's like, "Oh, play 12 minutes." I was like, "I can't buy 12 minutes. It's like $25." They're like, "It's on Game Pass," and I was like, "Shit, bitch, I'll run
Right.
it." Like we going. Like Sea of
Absolutely.
Thieves,
Yeah.
done. Like,
And that's the biggest
great.
thing with Game Pass. That's the biggest thing with Game Pass overall is the fact that you got it on PC, you got it on console, you got
Mhm.
bangers, AAA games, day one release. You don't have to pay for it. If you want to, you can, but you don't need to.
Absolutely.
And it's just turn and burn games. They have old games, new games, etc.
Yeah. Well,
They didn't touch on either. The other one too we were talking
What?
about was the fact that the new PS5 that they might be trying to make it lighter and trying to like fix things, but still charging the same price. But they didn't touch on that and the whole entire chip shortage either.
yeah,
And the
well,
way that they're trying
because
to change the cooling system.
they're not releasing it right now in the U.S. This is only happening in Japan. So anyone who has gotten their hands on it, they really had to have it shipped from Japan to them. They haven't made a major announcement. This is just in the beginning talks because they wanted. This is like a test run for them because they are doing things to make it easier for the consumer to purchase these because it's still so hard to get. But I don't see it being a benefit. This is something that they could probably cut costs on making and probably make a profit off of. So that's something to think about. And why are you laughing?
Nah,
Because what I just wrote in
because
chat.
Johnny said stop the cat.
Because AJ said PlayStation Showcase, this one is the best one they ever produced.
See, here's the thing
man.
though.
I'm about to
Everybody
cut the stream
that's
right now.
saying
I'm
that-
about to go away.
Everybody that's
Whoa.
saying that is only saying that because of the last like 5 minutes where everybody just got mad horny, including myself, because I was wilding in Lou's chat. I'm like, oh my god, it's crazy.
Yeah,
What's going on? Outside of that though, outside of that 5 to 10 minute span of the fire, because they were basically this showcase was a Deontay Wilder fight. Very boring,
Some of these people
very
don't watch
stale,
boxing, so they don't know your reference.
stiff.
Chris.
but he has a powerful punch, and all they did was hit you with a powerful punch at the end to give this illusion that the whole showcase was a win. The showcase was an L for the most part, but they got a couple, nice shots in.
I
So
just,
Right
Can
at
I
the
ask-
end.
Can
I
I
thought
ask
it
a
was
question
a
to
win.
everybody else when you get a chance? Sorry, go ahead, Lou.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So there was one game that was announced that we haven't touched on, and I haven't even seen it really online either. Kid A mini Amnesia exhibition,
What?
the one that has that new trailer. Kid Amnesia. It's called Kid Amnesia. It's the one that you said that looked like Control.
Oh yeah, all the show was like
Oh.
red, and that was it.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's actually a crossover between Epic Games and Radiohead, the music group. Radiohead and Epic Games is doing a crossover. They're doing a collabo, and that's what the game is going to be.
But they didn't show
And it
shit.
comes out.
Yeah.
It comes out in November, and it comes out in November too. It hit
Wow, they
PS5
didn't
in
show me
November.
nothing. They got it.
And that was
they
the
got it
first
out.
thing we've ever seen of it.
Yeah,
Yup.
yeah.
No shot.
I think we all changed
Wow.
our answer.
It's Radiohead prepares to celebrate the 20th, 21st anniversary of two acclaimed albums, 2000's Kid A and 2001's Amnesia, with an upcoming reissue, Kid A Amnesia, which is the name of the album, and they're releasing this game to go with it too.
Get out of here. Thank you. Have a nice day. That's a waste of my life. I don't give
That's
two
definitely
shits.
the biggest sale. Like that's the biggest sale.
Yeah, it was so bad that we forgot about it. That's what. Really
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that's gonna be it for us here at Keep Gaming Podcast. We are gonna be doing a post show, so stick around for that. Remember, we post a new video every Monday of this podcast. So if you don't have a time to watch us live, you can always go to YouTube.
Mondays.
and
Always
type
go to
in
YouTube.
Keep Gaming Podcast.
Type in Keep Gaming.
And if you don't have the time to watch us on YouTube, you can hear us wherever you get your podcast. Just type in
Make
Keep Gaming
time.
Podcast.
Stop playing. You're busting.
And that's gonna be it for us, guys. Until next time, keep gaming. Peace.